I'm back. Okay, I'm in the Art of Positivity again with Jane. You know, I love her books. So I flipped through and I've got this cute little duck. I'm going to work on him. I'm going to say tonight, it'll be Saturday morning for y'all, but right now it's Friday evening for us. I take this giant clothespin that I have and put it right here at the bottom, and maybe that'll keep me from sliding the book down and keep us all on screen. Okay, I did pull my Arteza pencils. I have not used them in a little bit, so I thought, oh, let's get those out. It's the other set of big ones that I really wanted at Black Friday and Christmas, but alas, they did not offer them at a price that I thought was good enough yet. So, all right, if you're using other pencils, you're just going to want a light, medium, and dark in yellows. Now I'm using 75, which it says is ivory, but you're going to see it's just a very pale yellow. Then sunflower, which is number 16, that's going to be like a yellow. And then yellow ochre, 64, which is going to be like your yellowish brown. Okay, so let's get started here on his body. And you can see this is a very light yellow. You can see how I'm just getting the outer edges here. Now in this area, I'm going more towards the middle because as that folds, actually we're going to go ahead and go light all the way up because down in here is going to be darker and I don't want it to fight with it being darker here. So let's get this done. I have not done a lot of coloring for enjoyment lately. Just been helping, taking care of the in-laws and stuff. Mother-in-law is doing a little bit better, but always prayers for them. And then you would do the same thing over here. Use your lighter color on all the tips. And then all of this, actually, I'll go ahead and do this part real quick. And then you're going to do all these outside edges, okay? And then little face, just the cutest little guy. Now, could you have done him in another color? Sure. Why not? Whatever you would like. Now, I didn't go all the way down, and I didn't go all the way up. The rim of his hat is going to leave a slight shadow across his face. Same thing with his jacket coming down. It's going to leave a slight shadow. So I'm going to come across the bottom here, trying to keep my hand out of your picture, out of the way. And this is just basic, you know, coloring in the lines right now. Just getting that first color in. All right, bring my hand around this way. Okay, that's just basic 101. Now we're going to do a little bit of blending. I'm going to come in with that second shade that I had. Okay, if you need to know those colors again, YouTube's not going anywhere. You can back it up a little bit, see all that again. And see, I've gone darker down there, and then I'm going to blend and get lighter and lighter. If you need to, did you notice? Scooch back on the pencil. If you're heavy-handed like I am, you may need to scooch back on that pencil a little bit. It will keep you from pressing quite so hard and allow a little bit lighter touch. Okay? There we go. Same thing over here. all the way up this edge. And then in each one of these, each little spot here. And if you don't blend as perfectly as you want to, you can always go back and do more blending. The page is not finished until you say it's finished, or till there's no more tooth left to the paper. Then I would come along here, do the same thing here and across here, and then the same thing down here. Lighter pressure as you're going into that previous color. And that's just going to make it so much easier to blend. Yeah, sometimes because I'm leaning across the table, I really have to get a good grip on the pencil just for control. You know what I'm saying? So now you could also go down here at the base, and that will help that to look a little tucked under, a little rounded, okay? Because you want that rounded look. So you would just go a little bit darker at that base area. Okay, then I'm going to come to the third shade, and I'm going to come right underneath at the cap line, and then right up through here. And see, that blended so nicely, you can't really distinctly tell where one color starts and the other one stops. And that's what you really want if you're going for those blends. Okay, just want to really get some good blending going on. Then down here, I'm going to be sure and getting this V right here. I'm going to come down with this V. See how that already makes it look like it's tucked up under there? And then here, I'm just going to get right along by where Jane drew that line. And then that's basically it. Okay, so if you need to pause and do this, if you're coloring with me, go on to the next thing. Now, color opposite of yellow on the color wheel is purple. So I'm going to dress my little ducky in purple. Now, because these colors that I have don't have a whole lot of colors, the lavender was my only choice for a light purple, and I really didn't care for it, so I pulled white, and I'll show you what we're going to do there. So 24 is white, 119 is a lavender, 109 is a lavender, and then 88 is amethyst. So really, as long as you're pulling like 3 different purples, or 2, and just go really light on that first one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and go just pretty light. Just get this big, big area all filled in pretty lightly. Yeah, just get her done. Yes, my COVID cough is almost gone. Every now and then it'll get me and I'll hack for a bit. But so that's much better. So thank y'all for praying for us with that. You know, I had seen my sister like 3 days before I came down with it. She had just gotten her booster, and I think that's probably what saved her from getting it. So I'm very, very grateful for that, because she does have asthma, and I felt horrible knowing that she might take it from me. So that none of the relatives out there got it. And then we didn't go out of the house until we knew we were cleared. we stayed in and did not purposefully go see family or anybody till we had a clear test. I mean, we had to go out for the test, yes, but that's all. Yeah, no gallivanting around. When you got the stuff, you follow the guidelines and stay home. Or if you think you're going to have it, you follow the guidelines. It's the only way we're going to flatten out that curve. Yeah, Dallas, we're outside of Dallas. We are Dallas County in Texas. And right now we are a hot spot for the nation, especially for the state. And some school districts are already being closed down in Texas. So no fun. All right, so now I've done that area. I'm also going to do the bottom portion right here. And I don't do this a lot, so if this doesn't work, it's because I don't do it a lot. But now I'm going to come in with white, and I'm going to do just the center area. Just the big center areas. And what this is going to do, hopefully, is make this area a little bit lighter than the areas next to it. And you can see I just tried to get some on there. Now I'm going to just leave the white alone. I'm going to come back in with my first purple, and I'm going to start coloring again. I knew I was going to have to really work on blending these colors. So just if you've got colors that are further away from each other on the realm of things, just know that sometimes you do have to work a little harder at blending. And it's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. And yes, my hand is already getting tired of coloring. Ugh. I haven't colored in a while, y'all. No, I haven't done much of anything. I did take my kitchen back today. I cleaned it from one end to the other, and it felt so awesome to have all the dishes clean, the countertops are cleaned off, everything's been wiped down. It is all cleaned up. Anything that did not fit in the running of the dishwasher got washed by hand. I dried it right away. I mean, like immediately. Rinsed it, put it on the drain rack, grabbed the drying towel, dried it, and put it up. So my kitchen is clean, clean. And it's been a while, so it was good to have that all done. You know, this may end up being 2 videos. Let me see how we're doing on time. 13 minutes? Okay, not too bad. I forgot to set a timer. I need to get back to setting a timer when I'm coloring. I'm just trying to blend this. So you can go one way, then you can go the other way. There's just a lot of tooth showing up in this. And after playing with the markers last week, yeah, this is a little bit of work. I may play with those markers a bit more. Yeah, what I really want to play with is the wood burning marker that I've got. Yeah, I still haven't. No, I haven't even opened it. It's still sitting over here in the wrapper. And I'll find out from Laura where she got it. And I will let you know. And we'll play with that soon. Because I have a feeling it's going to open up a brand new world of fun stuff to do. I've always wanted to wood burn, but I hate that when you hit that knot hole in the wood and then it bounces and you're like, oh, I just ruined that. And I could never really get the knack of going smooth. So I'm really hoping that because I like lettering so much, that I'll really get the knack with the wood burning scorch pen. Like I said, we'll get to that soon-ish. Yeah, just like I'm going to show you my room soon-ish. I will. It's all taking time. It's just all taking time. Now, I may, because I could sit here and blend with this for a while. I'm just not happy with it yet. So I think I may go ahead and change over to the darker color. Sometimes you just have to move on and know that it's going to be ugly for a little bit and then go back and see what you can do to pretty it up. So this is my darker shade. So whatever color, if you're coloring along, you would go to your darker shade now. And I have to decide too, one side of this jacket's over the top of the other. So I don't want to go, don't go dark. Ooh, say that 3 times fast. On both sides, because they're not both underneath. So since I did this side on the bottom, I'm going to do this side so that it's on top. Now up here they're kind of even, but I will still do this side darker just so that it looks like one side is over the other. Does that make sense? Hopefully it'll make a little more sense to you when you see me do it if it doesn't make sense right now. And this is still just a little bit darker than over here where I had the white with it, though not much. Yeah, I would suggest, if you can, don't do the white. Just do what you can to get, you know, maybe just 2 shades. Because I'm not the happiest with that. Like I said, I'm going to work on that more later. Let's change back over here to this purple. Blending as I come down. Then I'm going to go across the bottom, just because even his shoulders are a little bit bigger, so they may be casting a little bit of a shadow down on the bottom of the jacket. And if you do some different shades like this in different places, it is going to make your piece just a little bit more interesting. Okay? I almost feel like I'm having a bad color evening. Explaining that. You know how sometimes you have a bad hair day? Just regardless, you can't get a certain side to flip or to do what you want it to. And you're like, if it's winter, put on a cap of some sort and just go. Well, you can have that with other things. I used to teach painting at my dining room table, and every now and then somebody would have a bad paint day, and they would just pack it up, take notes, and go home and work later. It happens. It really does. So if you're ever sitting down to color and you're just having a horrible time at it, put it up. I'm not saying give it up. I'm saying put it up. There's a difference. Put it up for a while. You know, even if it's go clean your kitchen, clean a bathroom, do some laundry, do something, and then come back to it and see. Usually if you have a bad color day, it's usually just for a bit. And then once you've been away from it and come back, then it's okay. All right? So I'm not saying give up totally. I'm saying give yourself a little bit of grace and go do something else. Come back to it. Don't fight it, because it's just going to make you miserable, and you don't want that. Okay? Now this is where the collar is leaving that shadow. Okay, so just go around there and see that's blending. Okay, now something I'm going to do. These little buttons, I am going to go right under them on this side. Just right under, just barely. Because that button could be leaving just a tiny shadow. And it gives a little bit more interest to your picture. But yeah, I think you can have bad days with stuff. It just happens, you know? All right, how are we doing on time? Y'all look. I know I have to get up and look too. But see, I would keep doing that then all the way around. How are we doing? Oh, good. So about another 10. Sometimes time gets away from me when I sit and just color, especially if I'm talking, because you all know I'm a talker. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I've got to try to think. What am I going to wood burn? Oh, my gosh. I don't know. I want to do something for practice. You know, I'm going to practice on something first. I know you've got to have some sort of a heat gun. I am hoping that my heat gun is powerful enough. It's a crafting, scrapbooking heat gun, so I'm not real sure. So, and look how bad that looks. Again, I'm going to come back with the lighter shade, and I am going to blend the hound out of that. So don't stress over what it looks like right now. It's going to get better. Sometimes something's just got to get a little bit worse before it gets better. You ever feel that way? I feel that way when I'm decluttering. I know there's a couple of ladies on there's at least one of the ladies over on Coloring Book Keep It Clean on Facebook that is in the same decluttering and minimalist group as me. Now, I'm not a minimalist. I will tell you that firsthand. But I am trying to declutter, like my kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, living room, all that kind of stuff. And it just makes it easier to keep up with my housework and gives me more time to play with my crafting. So, yeah, I sat down the other day and scrapbooked for like 2 hours. I was so far behind on doing my scrapbooking with our little Evie's pictures. I think most of you probably know, if you've followed me for very long, that our granddaughter just turned 2 the day after Christmas. And yeah, we missed the party because we had the latest offshoot of COVID. And but anyway, I scrapbook pictures that I take when she's over here with us. And one day when we're no longer here, she will have those pictures in that book. Actually, it's already 2 books. So I'm starting to do like 1 picture per visit, so I can try to get a month on a 2-fold page. Because some of her visits, well, she was younger. She was doing a lot of new things. So we've already done 2 books. But she comes over and she'll go, my books. And I'll go, yeah, you want to sit and look? And we'll sit down even now, and she'll go back and look through her books. And she'll look at it and she'll go, Evie, baby. I said, that's right, you're a baby there. So, you know, it's just something fun I do with her. And if at some point the kids decide to just take pictures of all of it, digitize it, and throw it away, that's all right too. It had to be made to be able to digitize it, unless they digitized from the first, which I know a lot of people do. I like the hands-on. I enjoy sitting and just working on it. Okay. I want to see if there's anything else I can move on to, because you're going to know how to do that. let's work on, let's do his hat real quick. So I'm going to do the hat in the same purples. And I'm going to go ahead and move through here. So this is my first shade. How much is my hand actually in there? Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, I always thought my hand was like covering it when I was up like this. Yeah, it is there. So let me come this way, and then I'm in shadows for you. There's just no right way, is there? All right. You know, I learn. I just keep going, and I learn as I go what's going to work best. It's all right. Some people are like, you don't talk loud enough. And some people are like, I need to know all the colors. And I'm like, I told all the colors. And they're like, but I didn't write them down. And I'm like, so go back and write them down. I guess what I'm saying is you can't please everybody all the time. But I try to. I am a people pleaser. I can admit that. Okay, so I'm going to get down in that V. See how that just makes it look like it's tucked back under there? And that's what I'm after. And then this whole section is going to be darker because it's underneath. And then at the edge. And then finish going around here just to make that look like it's tucked down inside that brim. Okay. Lighter as I come out. And then I'm going to do the little piece on top, dark. Okay, then let's see what happens if we come in with the white last. Maybe that's what I should have done. Maybe the white should have been last instead of first. Or maybe, like I said, just get pencils that you know are going to blend okay. Because I just went over it again anyway. All right. Well, hey, it's all about experimenting, right? There you go. All right. I am going to really work on that jacket blending, and then I'm going to finish the wing. And then next time we'll come in and we'll work on some more of this same page. Okay? Same page, same set of pencils. So I will see y'all in a few days. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. And y'all stay warm out there. Bye.